What's going on, guys? Matt Manduke here, and this is footage. You've seen a little bit of this before. You've seen this actually in Ring Giveaway, the original Ring Giveaway, and this was the green screen background. But I figured that this was good enough to do an actual episode for you guys to actually enjoy, because this is the East Point Lighthouse in New Jersey. And you want this spot? About that, I had some asshole truck driver make me move because I was parked in a spot that he wanted to put his trailer, and I moved and let him in, but realistically he doesn't own this property, neither do I. He could have parked next to me, it wouldn't have been a problem, but I didn't trust the guy because he had a crappy looking trailer and he has a crappy looking truck and he's a crappy looking dude, so I just kind of assumed that he probably can't drive him the way I watched him drive. I can do better, and I'm still in training. Anyway, so yeah, this is East Point Lighthouse in New Jersey, and this is, of course, an aerial view from the drone, which I thought this is a very nice shot. And I took this shot over the summer. Like I said, you saw it as the background, but you probably didn't see too much of it because I was standing in front of the green screen, and the green screen wasn't too good because it was filmed in front of a chain link fence, and it was like working on the chain link fence. So I just kind of did an overview around it, and I flew it around to kind of see the things, and I really thought the screen here, like what you're seeing right here, was beautiful. Just the way that the clouds fell, the way that the lighthouse looked, the way that the grass was, all of it was just beautiful. So I flew it around out here for quite a while, and I know I did some other things, but I'm waiting for me to do some other things. And I think it was a little breezy out that day, and there might have been things going on around me while I was flying. So yeah, I took my time and I tried to make it I really wanted to focus on how beautiful that grass looked. And the detail on the beach is like the mud washes up on the sand, and just, I thought it was gorgeous. And the way that the reeds grow so far and then onto the beach, and in the lower lands that they grow, but on the higher lands they don't grow. I thought all of that was fairly interesting, and I wanted to show it. And of course I wanted to feature the lighthouse itself, which is what you're looking at here, and how the American flag falls, and how that was a beacon for ships coming in. And I don't know that it still is, but it is still a historical site. And as an interesting fun fact, there are 13 lighthouses in New Jersey, and in October they actually do a lighthouse scavenger hunt where they have people try to find all 13, and that requires you to drive all over the state, which is interesting. But since I was up in the air and there wasn't too much feature to see here, I did fly around a little bit and see some other things. And so that's where I started here, and to the left of here, that's where I'm parked at. But then I always try to get as far away as I can, and so you can see the road that's right before the lighthouse, where there's a bunch of houses and stuff, and I think there might actually be a marina at the end of it. So I fly over there and I check out those houses, and they look mostly like RVs and trailers, and just, that's what you're going to see on the bay side of the Jersey Shore. But I also check out the reeds and, the marshes, and the way that that's dug out, and you can tell that that's man-made because the curves are almost perfect back and forth as it snakes back. But I followed that. And I followed that in the idea that maybe one day I might want to kayak it. I doubt it, but, perhaps. Or maybe somebody else would, because it is deep enough to get your kayak through, and you can, see some things. You might be able to get some good crabbing in that line there. And you wouldn't be able to get there. You wouldn't be able to walk there. And you won't be able to get a rowboat or anything else down there, but a kayak will do it. So I take my time and I go slow, and I do believe it was a little bit breezy out that day, but I don't see the grass moving, so maybe it wasn't that bad. But I like to get a panoramic view so you can kind of see, where I'm at and how far I've gone, and the other things that you wouldn't have been able to get from the other views of where I am. I don't want to pause it. Yeah, there we go. All right, so, and then I come over, and there's this really cool house that I noticed at the end of this flight. And you guys will see it too. And I don't think that you saw it when it was the background, but you can kind of see the roof of it there at the angle. And I noticed that you can notice it while you're driving in, but it doesn't look as cool as it did when I saw it here. It's kind of shaped like a coffin which I found to be interesting. But of course, I go out as far as I can in an opposite direction, and then I bring it back. Because that's what I always do. I want you to see as much as you can. I want you to see as much as you can with this drone in the immediate area, so you know what, if there's anything to do around it, and that's kind of what I'm doing. And as you look at the bay, you can see some of the other towns, but I thought this house right here was really interesting. And it's not that I wanted to see inside of it, but I wanted to see the design of it. At this point, I think I'm starting to get close to having a low battery, so I'm, gradually heading my way back and trying to find where that road is, because that road, I'm at the end of that, and you can kind of see my kayak at the end of that. And I'm actually standing under the corner of the tree there, and that's me, the little silhouette that you can see. That's me flying this drone, and I'm trying to bring it into me very slowly, because that's where we're going to close it. So I'm just trying to be really cinematic with it and showing it, and you can see the people on the beach back there, and you can see what used to be an old dock that's still kind of falling apart down there. And I kind of lost myself, because partially I'm standing in the shade there because there's a glare. And so I'm just trying to trickle forward and trying to be easy and smooth with the drone, and it's not the easiest of thing. Plus now it's giving me that low battery warning. And at this point I want to do my closing. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Of course, enjoyed this and you want to see my other drone flight videos, I want you to check out that video there. Or if you want to see what I'm like when I'm angry, I want you to check out that video there. Of course, I want you to hit that subscribe button, the like video. I want you to share it with all your friends. And I really want to thank you for watching. I wouldn't do this without you. I'll see all my friends later.